back in. Yeah, seeing it just probably just getting in. All right, y'all. Had some technical difficulties. Yeah. Trying to reestablish ourselves. Internet's still down, so we had to go a different route. Okay, I see what you're doing. I'll be boosting things up. Okay. Let's get started, man. John 11:1, let's go. Bring it up. Sorry about that. You know, you can't help somebody running into a telephone pole. Tell these people to stop drinking and driving so much. John 11:1.
St. John, chapter 11 and verse 1. Now a certain man was sick, named Lazarus, of Bethany, the town of Mary and her sister Martha.
You understand these things. You know, when you have individuals that are not mentally sound in the mind, not righteous in the spirit, and like I was talking about last night, there are two spirits. Like I tell you, there is a sweet smelling spirit and there is a spirit that stinks. You can tell by people's action whose spirit stinks. You should know them by their fruits. And it's not a game to be played. I heard to tell the truth. Verse 2.
Verse 2. It was that Mary which anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair.
See, when you understand that she worshiped him and showed joy, and when she wiped his feet with her hair, she submitted herself unto the Messiah. Read.
Whose brother Lazarus was sick.
Our people still sick, man. I don't care how much money they got, where they live at, they sick as hell, man.
Sure.
Bring it up. You know, these things that people don't know, this is a game to people. Right. This is not a game. This is real life. This is business.
That's right.
But we already, give me Michael. I'm still reading for him again. We're doing an up-tempo class today.
Teach.
But these things that what bothers me the most are people act like people that are not sick because of their car, their house. They sick as hell, man.
Bring it out.
You don't see a whole family getting murdered for nothing, do you? Father come in there knowing he done lost his way of life, kills the whole family. So I guess they wasn't sick before he lost his job. But read this
Micah, chapter 6 and verse 6. Wherewith shall I come before the Lord, and bow myself before the high God? Shall I come before him with burnt offerings, with calves of a year old?
You understand these things? When you come to the Messiah, you should be coming to him wholeheartedly, dedicated. And when you saying that calf of a 1-year-old symbolizing purity, innocent devotion, you don't find this. I'm going to tell you something. Bring it up. You should know a man or a woman by their fruits.
That's right. Right.
Everybody going to start to know who's sick and who not sick. But read.
Will the Lord be pleased with thousands of rams? Or with 10,000s of rivers of oil?
These outwardly displays, the Messiah is not pleased with that. You can have your fringes on, keeping the Shabbat. You can be coming to 7. It doesn't please the Messiah if you're not in here wholeheartedly. Read.
Shall I give my firstborn for my transgression?
My flesh, read.
The fruit of my body for the sin of my soul?
No, not without the Messiah. Not without the Messiah. But read.
He has showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with thy God.
You don't see people walking humbly with their God. They just run their mouth.
Man.
Right.
That's the biggest thing that I've seen. You'll see them by their fruits. And I'm just gonna be real. People don't have patience with the Messiah. Ain't nobody gonna change nothing that happened today. But you'll get up and walk out of here, man, like we did something. Like we ain't prepared. I'm gonna tell you something. You can't go to war with everybody.
Right.
And a lot of people don't want to hear that. I'm just telling you what's real, man. I'm not finna lay my life on the line for people that are cowards.
Bring it out. Bring it out. That part.
I'm serious, man. I don't play those games, man. Right now we're in a hellhole position right now. They raising up everything. And we don't want to submit ourselves to the Messiah. We bigger than the Messiah. But when judgment comes, hey, it is what it is, man. Read up.
The Lord's voice crieth unto the city.
The prophets, man, speak unto the peoples, man. And this is what the problem is. They don't want to hear. They want to hear what they want to hear. They want to hear Babylon is going to be healed, but it's not. But read.
And the man of wisdom shall see thy name.
And the man of wisdom shall know thy name. When you understand a man that got wisdom, he knows you. He sees you. Read.
Hear ye the rod. And who hath appointed it?
Hear the word, man. Consider it. Consider these things that are being spoken, man. It's telling you the truth. I know people don't want to hear it, but this is what real. But read.
Are there yet the treasures of wickedness?
No, we're going to stop right there. Get back to John 11 and 3. No, I just feel like when people showing you their true character, you see them.
That's right.
You see them, man. And you can't do business. You can't do nothing with them. This is business. You can't do business with people that's sick. That worry about themselves. Like I told you, you cannot do it by yourself. You break your leg, who gonna cut that wood? Read this,
St. John, chapter 11 and verse 3. Therefore his sisters sent unto him.
Sent unto him, calling unto him. That's the problem with us. We don't want to call on the Messiah. We want to do it ourselves. You can't do it yourself. This is not about self. This is about rebuilding a nation, restoring a nation. This is what we don't want to do as a people. But read.
Saying, Lord,
read.
Behold, he whom thou lovest is sick.
He's sick. Look at all people weak in the faith, man. Weak in their actions. You can see them. Sick. I mean, a lot of people's out here sick, man. Don't get caught up in what you see somebody in or what they got on. That don't mean nothing. That's really trying to hide something.
Bring it out.
A lot of people hide their sickness behind their material things. And this is what's real. And when you see people, man, who you honoring today? Your God or yourself? But read.
When Christ heard that.
Read.
He said, this sickness is not unto death.
See, people, that sickness is not unto the death, but some people's it's unto death, man. They have made their bed.
Bring it out.
Read.
But for the glory of God.
When you understand the children that are going to be coming, the raising them back up, the resurrection all over again, raising them back up into their true estate, this is what this is about, the glory of God. But read.
That the Son of God might be glorified thereby.
How he's going to be glorified in your body, man, when you're showing him you don't have love for yourself or the Messiah or no one else.
Bring it out.
How? How can he show love, man? This is the thing. We need to stop faking it and shaking it, man, and acting like the Messiah is going to give us a pass, man, for just doing the bare minimum. That's what I see. That's what I see. When I see people like I try to tell you, man, Paul said, be ye followers of me, even as I am of Christ. I try to show you by my example. This is you live this. See, most people, they don't live this. You know why? Because they study chasing their tail.
Bring it out.
And I tell you about that 38, man, but most people don't believe in it. Most people don't believe in what I'm saying. Give me 1 Corinthians 11:23. They don't believe in nothing, man, to some hit them. They just don't believe, man. People don't believe. And you can't twist their arm, man, because they have their own agenda. But read this.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 23. For I have received of the Lord that also I delivered unto you.
What this word, this information, this message? Read.
That the Lord Christ, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread.
Took bread, man. And see, you got the Christianity church, you got these Israelites, they somewhere breaking bread. But give me John 6:35. Read that right quick. Yeah, John 6:35.
St. John chapter 6 and verse 35. And Christ said unto them,
What did he say?
I am the bread of life.
What did he say?
I am the bread of
He
life.
ain't tell them to go get a cracker, man, and break it, man. That's not communion.
Right.
This is coming in here receiving the word. The bread is Christ.
That's right.
It's the
right.
word.
That's right.
I remember a lady getting up and walking and telling me we not doing something right. What are we not doing right? Because we not giving you what your itchy ears want.
Right.
See, you got to give them what they want and they familiar with. What you familiar with? George Washington was a so-called white man. See, you're familiar with these things, but if I told you he was a black man, that's when your face frown.
Bring it out.
I'm just telling you, dive in, read up.
He that cometh to me shall never hunger.
See, you're gonna never hunger. Back to 1 Corinthians 11 and 24.
1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 24.
Read.
And when he had given thanks, he brake it.
He said when he had given thanks, man, the will of Yah, he broke it, man. He divided it, distributed. Read.
And said,
Read.
Take.
He said, take, read.
Eat.
Come and learn and listen, read.
This is my body,
This is my body. What is this body? This book. Read.
which is broken for you.
This is distributed for you. Read.
This do in remembrance of me.
Breaking a cracker and drinking some juice is not about Christ.
That's right.
Teach.
This is what's so powerful when I tell these people they do not know their Bible. Oh, you see, that's pride when somebody tell you something you don't know. If you don't know your way to Alaska, how you gonna get there?
Bring it out.
But read.
After the same manner also he took the cup,
That drink, man, the drink of faith. Read.
when he had supped, saying,
Read on.
This cup is the New Testament in my blood.
This is talking about your faith. Read.
This do ye as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me.
These things people don't do now. People forget about Christ soon as something go home.
Bring
Bring it out.
But read.
right.
For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord death till he come.
You supposed to be a living example for the Messiah.
Yes.
You supposed to be a walking example for the Messiah. But that's what you don't find in Israelites. You got pretender lights, single lights,
Bring it out.
and they thinking they just gonna walk right in, man. The Messiah don't play.
That's right.
But read.
Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread,
See, a lot of you like to act like you have this information, like run your mouth. Read.
and drink this cup
And take a sip out of this cup. Read.
of the Lord
Read on.
unworthily,
See, a lot of people do these things unworthily. Read.
shall be guilty of the body and blood of the
You're
Lord.
guilty, man. And judgment comes quick. But read.
But let a man examine himself,
You got to start thinking, man. You need to be somewhere where you're getting fed right. You got to start examining yourself, man, and listen when the word is coming out. Because like I tell you, a lot of once this class up, I won't even remember what I said.
No.
But read.
so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup.
Keep reading.
For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily,
Unworthily read.
eateth and drinketh damnation to himself,
Man, let me tell you something, man. It's that terror that you get. But read.
not discerning the Lord's body.
Don't even care about the church. Read.
For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep.
And many still sleep, man. They're awake, they can see, but they still dead.
Bring it out.
Real talk, man. Give me John 12 and 23. John 12 and 23. This thing, man, what I try to tell people, man, hey, man, I'm about business, man. Don't get in my way. You get ran over. This is about business, man. This is about life. Well, we have never had a chance to live. Some people don't went to the grave, man, and never had an opportunity to know what life is. People think life is paying bills, man, working for somebody, going to school 12 years, getting a dumb education, man. This is what they think life is.
Bring it out.
This is not life, man. The animals that you see them in the zoo, that's not life. The ones out there got a little freedom, they know a little bit about life. They got to be what nature created them to be. But read this,
St. John chapter 12 and verse 23. And Christ answered them, saying, the hour is come.
he say the time, man. The time, man, for him to be glorified. Why we ain't doing this? You see all this confusion in amongst the Israelites? Them are the scribes and Pharisees. Them brothers are not about Christ, man. Them brothers don't want to be praised by men and women. See, in here, it ain't that kind of game, man. And what people do, they come in looking for something, man, and they never find it. Come in here and seeking the kingdom first, man.
That's right.
Read.
That the Son of Man should be glorified.
That the Son, man, it's time, man, that we raise up as a nation, as a people, man, and glorify His name. Some people walk around here with their head down, man. That's why you'll see them when they're not around. They got the fringes tucked in, man. They don't want to glorify the name of Christ, man. I'm serious. It's always an excuse.
Come on.
Bring that out.
Why you not doing what you got to do?
Come on.
Read.
Verily, verily, I say unto you,
Truly, read.
except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die,
This is a self-sacrificing of yourself. Read.
it abideth alone.
It abideth alone. Read.
But if it die,
If it dies, read.
it bringeth forth much fruit.
Once it's renewed, it brings forth much fruit. Much fruit, man. You'll see by people's actions. They just don't come to the Shabbat. They come, they want to do for the Lord. But read.
He that loveth his life shall lose it.
See, the people that love their life gonna lose it. See, some people don't, they show you they don't love their life. They show you they don't love their life, man. They like that, they not like that roach, man. That roach, man. That roach, you trying to step on that roach, he moving. See, that roach, man, he moving. You know, let me show you the dun roach right here, though. Let me see if I can pull this up right quick. Let me show you the dun roach. See, this is the roach that come crawling around in your house, man.
Bring it out.
See, you got to understand, man, we supposed to be standing up for the Messiah, but it ain't coming in, don't worry about it. But you're supposed to be that one that lose your life. You're supposed to let that world go.
That's
Right.
Teach.
Bring it out.
Yes, sir.
But read.
And he that hateth his life in this world
Read on.
shall keep it unto life eternal.
See, if you don't divorce this beast, man, you're not going to keep your life eternally, man. And this is what they don't want to hear. They don't want to hear the truth. Read.
If any man serve me,
If you coming and following the Messiah, read.
let him follow me.
Keep reading.
And where I am, there shall also my servant be. If any man serve me, him will my Father honor.
How does the Father going to honor, man, somebody that's got turned their back on him?
Bring it out.
You see this world, man. That's why you see so much death and killing going on right now, man. That's why you see so much hatred going on. This is not Christ's kingdom. Christ didn't set us out to be this. Give me John 14 and 12. This is not Christ's kingdom. You can tell by the way people's actions. You know, when He said His kingdom, His servants gonna fight for it. Servants don't want to fight for it, man, because they still holding on to this kingdom, man. I'm gonna get rich or something, man. I'm gonna buy that house or something. Man, you worrying about things that you ain't got no power right now. You can't even afford these homes, man. They jacking them up. Y'all don't really know what be going on out here, man. This is not a boy's game. And see, boys always trying to play in a man's game, man. You can't play it. It is too tough and too much for you. But read.
St. John chapter 14 and verse 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also.
Come on, man.
Bring it out.
Come on. Read it again.
Verily, verily, I say unto you,
He said, truly, truly, read.
he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also.
Some people don't believe, do they? It's by their actions. I keep telling you, you got actions or inactions. Read.
And greater works than these shall he do,
Greater works. Read.
because I go unto my
He
Father.
said, I'm going to prepare a place, man. Read.
And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name,
Whatever you praying in my name, read.
that will I
He
do.
not trying to give you the Cadillac, man. He not trying to give you that garbage that's going to be destroyed here, man.
That's right.
Read on.
That the Father may be glorified in the
How he
Son.
glorifying the man in that temple you got, man, in that foundation you got? How is he being glorified? Some people should be ashamed of themselves. You got people that don't really take nothing serious, man. Don't take the truth serious. I keep telling you, man. You got to take it serious. This is the only thing we got, man.
That's right.
We have nothing else out here.
That's right.
But read.
Ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it.
Keep reading.
If ye love me, keep my
See,
commandments.
that's the problem with them, man. They don't have no love for the Messiah. Give me James 1 and 7, man. See, the problem is, what I have noticed, they got a double life. They live double life. They got a double mind. They're not thinking of what could come on them, man. It say, don't fear him that can have power over the flesh and soul, man.
Yes, sir.
See, we just fear the man that got power over flesh. We're gonna have them driving license. We're gonna pay them tickets, man. We're gonna pay that rent. But read.
James chapter 1 and verse 7. For let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Lord.
Let me tell you something, man. All you gotta do is read your Bible, but read.
A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Man, Bible, man. Give me 1 John, man, and 1 and 6. A double-minded man is unstable, man. I always tell y'all, man. Come in, take it serious. Don't play with this, man. This ain't the game you want to play. Once you put that, you start acknowledging keeping the commandments. You start acknowledging the 7th day. You start, but see, I've learned, man, over time. See what I've seen. I tell y'all, listen to what I do, man. I've been doing this for some years, man. See, I see people that come in, they on fire. So they got love in their heart. But when this thing ain't manifesting for them, they gone in the mind, man. They start having doubts about what we doing, man. Questioning this movement. This ain't nothing you should be questioning. You should come in as a little child and be taught.
That's right.
See, most people thinking they know it and ain't got a pot to piss in, man.
Right.
Ain't got a year worth of rent money to pay their bills, man. Can't survive without their taskmaster.
Man.
This is what's wrong with us as a people. Too much pride on people, man. Read this up.
1 John chapter 1 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
If we say that we have fellowship with him
We always talking about the Messiah. Read.
and walk in darkness,
Still walking in sin. Read.
we lie
Keep reading.
and do not the truth.
They don't do the truth. They don't do what the Bible say do. Read.
But if we walk in the light,
If we follow in Christ, read.
as he is in the light,
He is the truth.
we
Read.
have fellowship one with another.
Keep reading.
And the blood of Christ his son cleanses us from all sin.
Cleanse us from all our sins, man. Our filthy mind, our corrupt mind. It'll cleanse us from having hatred for your brothers and sisters. You'll learn to forgive them, man, because they sick. They sick. Everybody you know in your life sick.
Yes.
They don't consider these things because they see them getting up, putting their clothes on. They got a nice house, whatever. They no different than the people sleeping outside now.
That's right.
That's right.
Read,
If we say that we have no
and
sin,
then they'll tell you, man, hey, I follow the Messiah. Read.
we deceive
See,
ourselves,
they just deceiving themselves. Read.
and the truth is not in us.
Keep reading.
If we confess our sins,
See, a lot of people don't like to get counseling, man. Read.
he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins
Keep reading.
and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. If we say that we have not sinned, we make him a liar, and his word is not in us.
See, that word, man, that spirit is not in you, man. That spirit is not in you. And, you know, we ain't got the computer up, man. A double-minded believer, man.
Bring it out.
Read this right quick, God.
Double-minded believer, vacillating between faith and doubt, switching between believing in Yah's plan and questioning his validity, often depending on self rather than the Messiah.
See, that's the problem, man. Because the world have taught you to depend on yourself, man. And not to depend on the spirit of the Messiah. You wrestle with these things. But read.
Unstable behavior,
You'll see these things, these things that you'll see in them. Because of how they living, how they walking, sometimes you can just say some word to me and I'll be like, man, that person, they dealing with something. See, that's why a lot of people don't like counseling. Because they know they're going to come in with A, but I'm going to see B on you. Read.
acting differently based on situations, showing inconsistency in their commitment to the word of Yah and Israelite way,
Keep reading.
seeking worldly validation.
See, we still want to see worldly. What good is they playing a Super Bowl tomorrow, man, when they going to die the next day?
Bring it out.
What good is a Super Bowl trophy if you can't take it with you?
That's right.
What good is these material things, man? They just like that temporary high you get off that blood, man.
That's right.
Bring it out.
It's gone. They still chasing that dream, man. It's not there. It's just an illusion.
That's right.
But read.
Prioritizing external approval over aligning their actions with their faith,
They see because of things. But read.
easily swayed by peer pressure.
Peer pressure, man. What somebody say? Let me tell you something. Can nobody tell me nothing about this movie?
Bring it out.
And I mean it.
That's right.
You can't come telling me nothing. You'll see the old me in the black and white drop dead. Get out of my face.
Bring it out.
I don't play this, but read.
Quickly changing their beliefs or behavior based on the influence of others.
Hey man, I seen it in here. I seen this myself. And they out there in that world, they got tore up. But read.
Even if it contradicts their convictions.
Keep reading.
Lack of dedication to prayer.
Man, they have no dedication, man. But read.
Not actively engaging in consistent prayer life, showing a lack of resilience on the Messiah.
Man, they don't have no relationship with him. But read.
Difficulty making decisions based on faith.
Keep reading.
Struggling to choose a path based on biblical principles, often leading towards personal desires instead. Complaining and negativity.
Man, as soon as they fall, that's what happens. Read.
Focusing on problems and challenges rather than maintaining a positive outlook rooted in faith.
You gotta be rooted in faith, man.
Yes, sir.
John 11:5. You gotta be rooted. You gotta come in here, man, plant your tree by the water and let it be watered, man.
That's right.
And like I tell you, some of you can watch a class and don't really get nothing out, don't want to go back and rewatch it. You gotta get your sleep, your beauty rest. Let me ask you this, do your beauty rest, all these people holler about their beauty rest, do you see them today? They look like they still got beauty. But read,
St. John chapter 11 and verse 5. Now Christ loved Martha.
How did Christ love us, man? Christ love us. But read.
And her sister.
And her sister Mary, read.
And Lazarus.
And he even loved the nation of Israel, man. Read.
When he had heard therefore that he was sick, he abode 2 days still in the same place where he was.
You understand these things, man? This is prophecies that are being given to the nation. These are prophecies that are being given to the nation. He abode 2 days, man. See, Israel wasn't ready yet. But the Messiah had been on the scene to raise them up. But give me Hosea 6:1. No, man. I just tell you the truth, man.
Bring it out.
I just tell you the truth. But read this out.
Hosea chapter 6 and verse 1. Come and let us return unto the Lord.
They don't want to, man. They don't want to, man. They rather be validated by this world, man. You know, when you looking on a woman thinking she cute, she just dirt. Same thing with a man, he just dirt.
Man, that's it.
You loving dirt. More than the Messiah.
Bring it out.
And it's sad, man. And these be the people's in your face, man, telling you about business, man. That's why I don't play with them no more. But read.
For he had torn, and he will heal us.
Torn down all of this deception, man. And he's the one that's going to heal us, man. No one that's out here going to heal us. But read.
He had smitten, and he will bind us up.
He has smitten, man. Carried our sorrows, man. Everything that we wouldn't do for ourselves, he came here and showed us that we could. And he would heal us up, man. Read.
After 2 days will he revive us.
See, after 2 days, it's like what we dealing with Lazarus, man. He's going to restore us, man. Read.
And the third day he will raise us up.
See, in the third day, today, he will raise us up again. Read.
And we shall live in his sight.
We're going to live in his sight, man. But read.
Then shall we know, if we follow on to know the Lord,
Read on.
his going forth is prepared as the morning.
It's going as from the beginning. Read.
And he shall come unto us as the rain, as the latter and former rain unto the earth.
And let me tell you something, man. It's not coming on to everybody, man. Enduring challenges. Give me James 1 and 2. See, the Messiah knew everything was going to happen today.
Right.
You know, and these challenges, man, it just shows us what's real and what's not, man. Read this up.
James chapter 1 and verse 2. My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations.
See, a lot of people like to fall into these different temptations. Read.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
Some people ain't got patience, man. They show you who they are, man. They'll show you who they are. And you know, when people disrespect the Messiah, man, I have flame in my eyes.
That's right.
You know, you know, when you out here trying to sacrificing yourself, see, people weren't here when it begins. People don't know where we started. We didn't have nothing, man. As a school, as a church, we didn't have nothing. And the Messiah done built us up to where we at now. And I've seen many people walk out that door and got what they had coming. This is not a game to be played, man. This is not the game that you play. But read.
But let patience have her perfect work.
See, these things you have to understand. Read.
That ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing.
Wanting nothing, man. Give me John 11:7. This is the thing, man. Total disrespect to the Messiah, man. And then when people's crying out, man, they want you to be there to do for them. What you see is entitled people, man.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Read.
St. John, chapter 11, verse 7. Then after that saith he to his disciples, let us go into Judea again.
Let us go into the land of the Jews, man. Read.
His disciples say unto him,
Read on. Master, teacher, read.
the Jews of late sought to stone thee.
These people reject Christ, man. In their whole mind, they reject Christ. And you know, man, just when the Lord has, I would stand 10 in. Because you see by people's actions, man. You see by their actions. And let me tell you something. You know they communicating. Read.
And goest thou thither again.
And go back there thither again, trying to raise these idiots up, man. Trying to restore these fools again, man.
Right.
Bring it out.
Came here and did all this for us, and they turn around and spit dead in his face, man. Mark 8:31.
Yes, sir.
Read that out.
St. Mark chapter 8 and verse 31. And he began to teach them that the Son of Man must suffer many things.
Read on.
And be rejected of the elders.
Read on.
And of the chief priests and scribes. And be killed. And after 3 days rise again.
Rise again, man. The Comforter, like I was bringing out last night. Elevating his name again.
Yes, sir. Bring it
See,
out.
we so corner-minded, man, that we still, if I say Christmas, everybody here know December 25th.
Might
Give
get
me
out.
Psalms 37:1. See, but when I tell you something new, man, it's hard to digest. You know why? Because people just don't want to. They don't want to sing a new song, man. They want them old songs they listen to on the radio, man. The more lustful songs, man. The more heartbreaking songs, man. By them sodomites.
Right.
Bring it out.
That's what they want. You know I told a guy one time in here, man, I told him Whitney Houston was a man, he got mad. Why you got mad? When you tell people the truth, you can't tell them the truth about their idols, man. And people, just like that was on their Earth God, all this stuff, they don't even know this, man, but won't even show that same kind of love to their own people that they grew up with.
That's right.
Read this again.
Psalms chapter 37 and verse 1.
Read.
Fret not thyself because of evildoers.
She said, don't fret yourself. Don't worry yourself, man, because of evildoers, man. What you seen was evil, man. Read.
Neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity.
Don't be envious of that garbage that they do. Read.
For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb.
Hey, listen, this class was done this week. I didn't come in here and just start pulling these precepts, man. Mark 6:1. The problem is people thinking I'm speaking.
Thanks.
Bring it out.
I'm the one that you're going to hate, but I'm going to tell you something. Don't run up on me. I'm telling you, man. I'm just telling them.
Bring it out.
Because you don't like what's coming out. But read this.
St. Mark chapter 6 and verse 1. And when he went out from thence and came into his own country,
Came into his own peoples, man, his own nation in Nazareth. Read.
and his disciples followed
And the
him.
disciples followed him. Read.
And when the Sabbath day was come,
Read on.
he began to teach in the
In the
synagogue.
synagogue, man, in the synagogue, man, a place where you learn. Read.
And many hearing him were astonished,
Many hearing him was amazed at the doctrine that was coming out. Read.
saying,
Read on.
From whence hath this man these things?
Hey, how to explain it? How he can explain and expound on these scriptures like this? Read.
And what wisdom is this which is given unto him,
Read on.
that even such mighty works are wrought by his hands?
See all the works, man. You don't understand this text works, man. You don't sit around and read this and all of a sudden you can comprehend it like this.
Bring it
You have to
out.
be sitting in there for almost 20 to 30 to 40 hours a week working on these things, man.
Bring it out.
Bring that out.
But read.
Is not this the carpenter,
Is not this the carpenter,
the son of Mary,
the son of Mary?
the
Read.
brother of James,
Keep reading.
and Joseph, and of Judah, and Simon? And are not his sisters here with us?
Keep reading.
And they were offended at him.
His own peoples, man, was displeased at him, man. Because he's not telling them what they want to hear, man. That's what's wrong with you. See these people, man. They don't want to hear the truth, man. Let me tell you something.
Bring it out.
Keep walking in darkness, man. Light will shine on you soon. But read.
But Christ said unto them,
Christ spoke unto them. Read.
a prophet is not without honor, but in his own country,
Read on.
and among his own kin, and in his own
You
house.
ain't gonna find no honor from the people, man, around you. They hate you.
That's right.
You know, one thing I learned in life, because people can't duplicate what you do, man, they jealous and want to kill you.
Man. Crazy.
But read.
And he could there do no mighty work,
You can't do nothing for these peoples, man. Read.
save that he laid his hands upon a few sick folk
A few corrupt folks, read.
and healed
And
them.
heal them. You see, there's so many that's going to accept this, man. See, so many people want you to break what you do, break with the Lord and go the opposite way. No, we're not doing that. But read.
And he marveled because of their
He
unbelief.
filled with surprise, man. You see these people, man. Filled with surprise, man. Sin, man. That they was in sin. I won't lie to you. See, most people, they call them seers. Because you gotta understand, man, it's so much in this world that everything is duplicated. Your cell phone duplicated, the house that they build duplicated, the car that they sell duplicated, the women's out here, what they follow is duplicated, the man's, it's all the same thing. It just tweaked a little bit.
That's right.
But read.
And he went round about the villages teaching.
And he went round about the village teaching. That's all we're going to have to continue to do.
Bring it out.
You can't do nothing else, man. John 11 and 9. Read this.
St. John chapter 11 and verse 9.
Read.
Christ answered, are there not 12 hours in the day?
Hold up. Ain't this about y'all ministry, man? His earthly mission to teach the word?
Bring it out.
Ain't this about his... That's what we supposed to be doing in the light, man. But read.
If any man walk in the day,
See, if any man walk in the day, read.
he stumbleth not.
See, that's the problem.
Bring it out.
You don't go through all these problems, man. You're not gonna stumble, man. If you walking in the day, if you listening to the doctrine, read.
Because he seeth the light of this world.
He seeth the light of this world. He obey your voice, man. Give me John 9 and 4. Read this.
St. John chapter 9 and verse 4.
Read.
I must work the works of him that sent me.
See, you got to be doing the work of him that sent me, man. You can't get caught up in all this garbage out here, man.
Yes,
read.
sir.
While it is day.
While it is what?
While it is day.
While you still have a chance, man. Read.
The night cometh
See, he understands darkness was going to be coming on this earth. Read.
when no man can work.
No man can do any work, man. Once it's on you, hey, you done almost, man. Proverbs 3 and 5. And I'm accelerating, man. Not wanting to do, but I'm trying, you know. In here, man, you in here trying to do the work of the Lord, man. Let me tell you something. See, most people want that trophy.
That's right.
They want to be acknowledged by the world. I'm not studying none of that, man. See, people's going to respect you for what you do.
That's right.
But read.
Bring it out.
St. John chapter 11 and verse 9.
Read.
That's right.
Read this up.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord.
See, that's the problem, man. They trust in whoever they around, man. Why are they trusting in another spirit they don't know? That's what this whole thing is about. People trust in spirit. But see, they think it's that body. It's that demon in that body. People trust in this. And I told you there was two spirits. Think about it. Is you trusting in the one that's got the sweet smell, or you trusting in the one that stinks? See, most people trust in the one that stinks. That's where the world they come from. That's why you'll find them, they've been going through things all their life. They don't know what to find peace and rest. But read.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
See, somebody else is going to be that person where you leaning on.
Bring it out.
But read.
In all thy ways acknowledge him.
See, how is you acknowledging him when you're doing everything against him? But read.
And he shall direct thy path.
See, somebody else directing their path, man. Give me Matthew 7 and 21. Who directing your path? See, that's why I tell people all the time, man. Sit back, wait, and let the truth be told.
That's right.
See, the truth being told by people's actions.
Bring
But
it out.
read this.
St. Matthew chapter 7 and verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord,
Read.
shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
See, I don't care how many fringes they got on, man. When they showing total disrespect to the Messiah, man, they not making it. This
Bring it
ain't a
out.
game. I keep trying to tell you who you serving. But read.
Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord,
Read on.
have we not prophesied in thy name?
When we trying to tell others, when we keeping the feast days, but read.
And in thy name have cast out devils?
Read on.
And in thy name done many wonderful works?
Keep reading.
And then will I profess unto them,
Read.
I never knew you.
What are you going to tell them?
I never knew you.
Read on.
Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
Don't y'all see these things happening right here on the earth? When are y'all thinking this is going to take place?
Bring it out.
See, I'm going to be teaching you about Judgment Day soon, man. Judgment Day is going on right now.
That's right.
Facts, bro.
See, they don't understand this. He say, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that works iniquity. You got sins and corruption all in your thoughts. John 8 and 12, man. I just don't know why people play with this, man, when somebody can blow your candle out.
Man.
I just don't know why people do this, man. Read this.
St. John chapter 8 and verse 12. Then spake Christ again unto them, saying,
Read on.
I am the light of the world.
What is Christ?
I am the light of the world.
Read on.
He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life.
You thinking these things are taking place right now, man? See, some people don't have the life of life, man. The light of life, man. You can tell by their actions what they do. John 10, 11 and 10, man. You know, see me, I would say something. But see, I got to speak as the Messiah want me to speak.
Bring it out.
I'm going to throw something out there, though. But I'm being real, man. Your people show you by their actions. It ain't personal, man. It's what's real. Read
Right.
this out.
St. John chapter 11 and verse 10.
Bring it out.
But if a man walk in the night,
See, what did he say?
but if a man walk in the night,
See, you got a lot of people, man, still walking in sin, man. Their thoughts are still corrupt.
That's right.
Read.
he stumbleth.
See, a lot of time you're going to find them out later on, man. See, because that pride be on you. See, most people thinking it happens just instantly. It doesn't, man. During our walk of faith, man, we have stumbled.
That's right.
Our actions, we have stumbled. Read.
Because there is no light in him.
See, you don't see no light in a person that's doing things that's wrong. But people that doing things wrong, see, they don't see no darkness in them. But read.
These things said he. And after that he said unto them, our friend Lazarus
Our friend Lazarus, who God helps, read.
sleepeth.
See, a lot of people still sleeping. See, this is the problem. See, Lazarus represents the disposition of time, man, that we don't been through. See, a lot of y'all don't understand, man, what them 4 hours talking about, man. Those are talking about different time periods, man. And I know people don't know that, and I didn't want to put it in here because it would have extended the class.
Bring it out.
Come on now.
But read.
But I go.
He said, I got to go die for Lazarus, man. For this nation that don't want to hear me, that don't listen, read.
That I may awaken.
That I may resurrect them, read.
Out of sleep.
See, this is what Christ is talking about.
Bring it out.
Having to go, man. Having to die, man. So this nation would have a chance of salvation. A chance of repenting.
Bring it out.
Where we at? Verse 11?
Yes, sir. We just finished first.
Give me Ephesians, man. 5 and 11. And these things we try to teach, but this is what you will see. Read this.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 11. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove
So
them.
you got to check them, man. Read.
For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light.
Made known, made clear by the light. Read.
For whatsoever doth make manifest is light.
Read on.
Wherefore he saith, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light.
How is it going to teach you anything, man, when you still want to walk in darkness? But read.
See then that ye walk circumspectly,
You got to walk wisely, man. You got to walk wisely. Read.
not as fools,
See, a lot of people still acting as fools. Read.
but as wise,
But as wise men and women, read.
redeeming the time,
Considering the times, read.
because the days are evil.
Man, let me tell you something about people, man. Don't get it twisted, man. These days are real evil, man.
Bring
Read.
it out.
Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is,
Keep reading.
and be not drunk with wine,
See, a lot of people still with the worldly desires, man. They still thinking they somebody. You still nobody, man. I don't care what car you buy, man. What is worth if it don't have gas?
Bring it out.
What clothes that you buy, man? Try to resell it and see what you get for it.
That part.
Bring it out.
See, this is the stupidity of our people, man. They thinking clothes and cars and houses make it. It breaks you. But read.
wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit,
Be filled with the Spirit, man. Read.
speaking to yourselves in tongues,
Speaking to yourself in Psalms, man. Always reading your Bible, man. Coming to class, listening, getting taught. Read.
and hymns,
In hymns, read.
and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart to the Lord,
Keep reading.
giving thanks always for all things unto God and the Father in the name of our Lord Christ,
Keep reading.
submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of the Lord, the fear of God.
Submitting yourself, man. Give me John 11:12, man. These things we just don't want to do as a people, man. Read this out.
St. John chapter 11 and verse 12. Then said his disciples,
Read on.
Lord, if he sleep,
Hold up. If he sleep, see, a lot of you, man, when you was going through this process, you wanted to find peace, didn't you?
Yes.
You wanted to find Christ as you was asleep. How many of y'all was in here chasing, trying to figure out, man, what's going on?
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
But read.
he shall do well.
Them ones that were seeking him shall be saved, man. See, a lot of people's brung in because they follow somebody. They never gonna accept the truth, man. Give me Proverbs 3 and 24. And it's just not personal, man. It's just business.
Yes, sir.
You know, love. You know, really people show you who they really truly are. Read this out.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 24. When thou liest down,
When I sleep, read.
thou shalt not be
You
afraid.
don't be fearful, man. Don't be fearful, man, when you're trying to follow the Messiah.
Yes, sir.
Read.
Yea,
Yea, read.
thou shalt lie down,
Thou shalt lie down, man. Resting in peace. Read.
and thy sleep shall be sweet.
Hold up. Thy sleep shall be what?
Shall be sweet.
Thy sleep shall be sweet, man. Life with the Messiah.
That's right.
Your sleep shall be sweet, man. But see, we choose not to do these things, man. Give me 1 Thessalonians 5 and 6. You get people, man, they don't like for people to know more than they do.
Bring it out.
That brings out envy and jealousy.
That's right.
But me, I'm gonna tell you what I would do. I would go and learn, and I would take it and build on it, and I would become just as good, because that's what Elisha did with Elijah, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
He wanted that spirit, man. Read this up.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 6. Therefore, let us not sleep
Don't be sleeping, man. Read.
as do others,
See, a lot of them, they got the fringes on, man. They still walking in darkness. Read.
but let us watch and be sober.
Let us watch and be sober. Read.
For they that sleep, sleep in the night,
They always walking around in darkness. Read.
and they that be drunken are drunken in the night.
Keep reading.
But let us, who are of the day,
See, we are of Christ. Read.
be
You
sober,
got to be sober. Read.
putting on the breastplate of faith and love,
Read on.
and for an helmet, the hope of salvation.
Keep studying, man. Read.
For God hath not appointed us to
He
wrath,
didn't point us to wrath. Read.
but to obtain salvation by our Lord Christ,
Keep reading up.
who died for us,
Who died for us? Read.
that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him.
We should live together with him, man. Whatever we doing, we should make sure what we doing is doing what's righteous. Read.
Wherefore, comfort yourselves together,
He said, comfort yourself together. Read.
and edify one another,
Edify, love one another. Read.
even as also ye do.
Keep reading.
And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you and are over you in the Lord, and admonish you.
And admonish you, man. These things that we do not practice, man. You know why? Because we don't know, man. John 11:13. Nobody taught us what Christ, what love is. Nobody taught us what life was about. Because if they had this book, why couldn't they open it and teach us anything?
Bring it out.
Look at the churches, man. You'll find more pastors going to jail for sleeping with their children, and they're having marriage affairs. What good? So if they had this book, what did they do? And you see the same thing with the Israelites today.
Bring it out.
You see no difference in their fruits. But read.
St. John chapter 11 verse 13. Howbeit Christ spake of his death,
Christ spoke of his death. See, that's what most people don't understand. Read.
but they thought that he had spoken of taking of rest and sleep.
Renewing of the spirit. But read.
Then said Christ unto them plainly, Lazarus is dead.
See, say Lazarus is just like the Israelites, man. They deprived of life, man. They deprived of the spirit, man. They sick. But read.
And I am glad for your sakes that I was not there.
He said, I am glad for your sakes that I am not there, man. When you understand these things, man, because what we went through as a nation of people. See, they push all this old slavery out on us, man, and nobody can even find one slave ship. But how do you believe something, man? They can tell you they can find something from Egypt, but they can't find one ship.
Uh-oh. Bring it out.
You believe in all the lies and everything that they push on us lies, man.
All right.
Messiah couldn't have been here, man. Because guess what? They would have killed. And right now they try to kill the word today, man.
That's right.
But read.
To the intent ye may believe.
To the intent that you may believe on his resurrection of the dead, restoring the minds of the peoples again. Read.
Nevertheless,
Read.
let us go unto him.
Let us go unto him, this nation, man. These disciples, man, let us go and raise our peoples back up.
Bring it out.
One thing that they need is teaching, man. They have been robbed of it. They have been robbed of knowledge, man. That's why I say my peoples are destroyed for it.
Right.
Bring it
Right.
out.
Let me show you, man. Give me Baruch 5:1. You understand what we done been through as a nation? Read this up.
Baruch chapter 5 and verse 1. Put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of thy mourning and affliction.
Man, time after time, dealing with mourning and affliction. Read.
And put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh from God forever.
Put that honor back on, man.
That's right.
Put that honor back on.
Bring it out.
Step up, walk with your head up. But read.
Cast about thee a double garment of the righteousness which cometh from God, and to set a diadem on thine head of the glory of the everlasting.
Put that honor back on you, man. We running around here hollering what we gonna do and don't do nothing. We always trying to establish ourselves in this kingdom, and we go nowhere.
Bring it out.
Read.
For God will show thy brightness unto every country under heaven.
Hold up, what is he going to do for us if we operate in a righteous spirit and walk in the right way?
Show thy brightness unto every country under heaven.
I'm going to follow this God, man. I'm not following these men. I'm not following this world no more, man. I'm going to follow what this book tell me to do, man. I'm tired of people not following it, man. But read.
For thy name shall be called of God forever.
Hold up, it's going to be called for how long?
Of God forever.
Read on.
The peace of righteousness.
Read.
And the glory of God's worship.
Keep reading, look.
Arise.
What did it tell him?
Arise.
Awake people, man, you're still asleep. Read.
O Jerusalem.
Read on.
And stand on high.
And stand on high, man. Stand about your business. Read.
And look about toward the east.
Read on.
And behold thy children gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of God.
Man, these are the things we're supposed to be doing, man. Read.
For they departed from thee on foot, and were led away of their enemies. But God bringeth them unto thee exalted with glory, as children of the kingdom.
Children of the kingdom, read.
For God hath appointed that every high hill and banks of long continuance should be cast down.
Everything what y'all are seeing around here, man, is being torn down right in front of your face, man. You riding around here seeing all these empty buildings all over the place, man. Jobs laying off everywhere, man. Homeless people, they raising rich still,
Right.
man.
Bring it out.
That's right.
And we still want to hold on to this beast. But read.
And valleys filled up, to make even the ground, that Israel may go safely in the glory of God.
Whatever we do, we're going to go safely, man, no matter what's hitting this place, man. But read.
Moreover, even the woods and every sweet-smelling tree shall overshadow Israel by the commandment of God.
Keep reading.
For God shall lead Israel with joy in the light of his glory, with the mercy and righteousness that come from him.
That come from him, man. We got to stop listening to man, man. Give me John 11:16. We got to stop trying to follow, man. Man ain't gonna take you nowhere. See, what we teach come from above, man, and not from below. And that's the problem with people. Read this,
St. John chapter 11 and verse 16. Then said Thomas, which is called Didymus, unto his fellow disciples, let us also go, that we may die with him.
Let us go join ourselves with him. Let us go join ourselves with the Messiah. That's what people don't want to do, man.
Bring it out.
Then
Read.
when Christ came,
man, read.
he found that he had lain in the grave 4 days already.
Hold up, he seen Lazarus, man, had been laid and he was refrained from the Messiah, man, in the grave 4 days already. A disposition of time.
That's right.
Do you want to go to Zechariah 6:1? Or do you want to go to Daniel's 2:38? See, it's just too much to try to put in a class. I'm going to take you somewhere else, man. This is talking about 4 days. It ain't talking about 4 days, man. It ain't talking about a man being in the grave 4 days, man. Look how long we've been on the bottom and people still want you to be there. I'm not going with you Negroes, man. I'm not going with you Wiki Lights, man. I'm searching for the mountain, man.
The kingdom.
Bring it out.
Real talk, man. Back to John 11:18. See,
Bring it
this
out.
is what they don't understand. They don't understand the scriptures, man. And when you're gone, you don't get fed.
Man.
Read.
St. John chapter 11 and verse 18. Now Bethany was nigh unto Jerusalem, about 15 furlongs off.
About 2 miles. Read.
And many of the Jews came to Martha and Mary
That was in mourning, man. That was in mourning. Read.
to comfort them concerning their brother.
Comfort them, man. Come in there to teach them, man. And minister to them, man, about their brother, man. That's what we were talking about in last night's class. The comfort. The comforter, man. We need that.
right.
We need a comforter to teach us something, man. But read,
Then Martha, as soon as she heard that Christ was coming, went and met him, but Mary sat still in the house.
Mary what?
Sat still in the house.
Mary sat still in the house, man. Mary she was in a state of grieving, man. She was in a state of grieving just like a lot of y'all going through. Just like a lot of y'all going through. Give me John 11:39. Let me show you about this grave right quick, man. Let me show you what this grave is talking about. Read this out.
St. John chapter 11 and verse 39.
Read.
Christ said, take ye away the stone.
You got to take away that stony head on people, man. That thinking they know what's righteous in Christ's eyes. Read.
Martha.
Martha, read. Hold up. How was Martha going to take away that stone, man? But read.
The sister of him that was dead.
The sister of him that was dead. Read.
Said unto him.
Read on.
Lord.
Read.
By this time he stinketh.
Hold up. What's wrong with Israel?
He stinketh.
Filled with corruption and hate, man. Filled with malice, man. Filled with no knowledge and nothing that going on, man. Still on the bottom, man. That's why they stink, man. Because they got a problem with the truth.
Yeah,
That's right.
Bring it out.
Bring it
Yes,
out.
sir.
This is crazy, man.
Yes, sir.
Give me Psalms 38:1. Stink, man. All people stinking, they don't even know. Cause you got cologne on that, don't they, man? Read this right quick,
Psalms chapter 38 and verse 1.
Keep reading.
O Lord, rebuke me not in thy wrath.
Keep reading.
Neither chasten me in thy hot displeasure. For thine own arrows stick fast in me.
Keep reading.
And thy hand presseth me sore.
That word, read.
There is no soundness in my flesh.
No soundness in their thoughts, read.
Because of thy anger.
Read on.
Neither is there any rest in my bones because of my
They
sin.
don't find peace, man. Read.
For mine iniquities are gone over mine head. As an heavy burden, they are too heavy for me.
These things gonna overwhelm them, man. It's gonna be real hard on them soon. Read.
My wounds stink and are corrupt because of my foolishness.
Keep reading.
I am troubled. I am bowed down greatly. I go mourning all the day long.
Read.
For my loins are filled with a loathsome disease.
My mind, man, is filled with corruption, man. Physical, emotional suffering. Read.
And there is no soundness in my flesh.
No soundness in their lives, man. Back where we at? Matter of fact, give me Wisdom of Solomon 11:25. Read that right quick.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11 and verse 25.
Yeah.
And how could anything have endured if it had not been thy will, or been preserved if not called by thee?
Man, how's anything gonna be preserved, man? You got to understand, Israel's been in a grave so long, man, they don't even want to come out, man.
Bring it out.
But read.
But thou sparest all.
He what?
But thou sparest all.
This Messiah spared. Matter of fact, start at 15.
Verse 15. But for the foolish devices of their wickedness, wherewith being deceived, they worship serpents void of reason.
Keep reading.
And vile beasts. Thou didst send a multitude of unreasonable beasts upon them for vengeance.
See, send a multitude of beasts, man, for his vengeance on them. But read.
That they might know that wherewithal a man sinneth, by the same also shall he be punished.
He's going to have to be punished, man. Nobody's getting past these things. Read.
For thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form.
Keep reading.
Wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions.
Keep reading.
Or unknown wild beasts, full of rage.
Full of rage. Read.
Newly created.
Keep reading.
Breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scents of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparkles out of their eyes, whereof not only the harm might dispatch them at once, but also the terrible sight utterly destroyed them. Yea, and without these might they have fallen down with one blast, being persecuted of vengeance and scattered abroad through the breadth of thy power. But thou hast ordered all things in measure and number and weight.
Keep reading.
For thou canst show thy great strength at all times when thou wilt. And who may withstand the power of thine arm? For the whole world before thee is as a little grain of the balance. Yea, as a drop of the morning dew that falleth down upon the earth. But thou hast mercy upon all.
He said he have mercy upon all. This is why they need to write this precept down, man. Wisdom of Solomon 11:3. He said he have mercy upon all. Read.
For thou canst do all things.
Read on.
And winkest at the sins of men.
Keep reading.
Because they should amend.
Keep reading.
For thou lovest all things that are, and abhorrest nothing which thou hast made.
He said he don't hate nothing that he have made, man. Read.
For never wouldst thou have made anything
Read on.
if thou hatest.
So, as they say, the white so-called white man. But read.
And how could anything have endured if it had not been thy will?
Read on.
Or been preserved if not called by thee? But thou sparest all, for they are thine, O Lord, thou
Lovers of soul, man.
That's right.
This is what's so crazy, man.
Yes, sir.
Everybody have a chance. Everybody. Back to John 11:19. We're going to go back to the Jews. Matter of fact, start at verse 20.
St. John chapter 11 and verse 20. Then Martha, as soon as she heard that Christ was coming, went and met him.
Hold up, what did she do?
Went and met him.
See, some of them, man, went and met him. She went and she believed on him. See, a lot of people understand the truth is here and they still go the opposite way. See, Mary was still sitting in the house, man, because she was in a state of grieving, man. See, a lot of people, this world is so heavy on them, man. When the truth comes, it's hard for them to accept it. But see, Martha went and bet it. See, a lot of you don't want to get up and come eat it. But read.
But Mary sat still in the house.
Mary sat still, man. She still was grieving, not understanding what to do. Give me Romans 10 and 9.
Bring it out. Teach. Bring it out.
Read this.
Romans chapter 10 and verse 9.
Let me show you, Martha. Read.
That if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Christ,
Read on.
and shalt believe in thine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved.
He's the only way you're going to make it, man. Give me John 5 and 24. See, we take this as a game, man. I keep telling you, man, love this. See, love this like you love nothing else in your life.
That's right.
Because you never really knew what love is. Read this,
St. John chapter 5 and verse 24. Verily, verily, I say unto you,
Read on.
he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation,
You're not going to get no punishment, judgment, man. Read.
but is passed from death unto life.
See, a lot of you, man, a lot of you still hanging on to death.
Yeah.
Because that's who you truly are. John 11:21. We get close to the end, y'all. I accelerated. Read this,
St. John chapter 11 and verse 21.
Bring it out.
Then said Martha unto Christ, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died.
My brother would not have died. See, Christ had to let the nation go through what they had to go through, man, so he can show his power to the people.
Yes, sir.
Bring it out.
So he can show his true power of raising up his people.
Bring it out.
That's right.
This is all this is about. Showing his power, how to raise them up.
That's right.
That's right.
Give me Ephesians 2 and 12. Let me show you what she was talking about. Everything is in the Bible. It all connects. Read this,
Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 12. That at that time you were without Christ,
See, all this time we don't been without Christ, man. Read.
being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise,
Eternal life, read.
having no hope,
And this is what she was saying, man. Christ, we had no hope, read.
and without God in the world.
See, the truth is back now, man. John 11:22. You know, dealing with this brain stuff, man, this idiot stuff, man, it really can throw you off, man. Read this right quick.
St. John chapter 11 and verse 22. But I know that even now, whatsoever thou wilt ask of God,
See, and she know Martha knew whatever in the future time, whatsoever we would ask of God, read.
God will give it thee.
He would give it to the elect, read.
Christ saith unto her,
Christ spoke unto her, read.
thy brother shall rise again.
Hold up, what did he say?
Thy brother shall rise again.
This is talking about the resurrection of the elect, man. They shall rise again, man. All that they've been through, man. Their minds will be restored back to from the beginning. Understand this. Keep reading. Verse 24.
Martha said unto him, I know that he shall rise again in the resurrection at the last
She
days.
said she knew that the nation was going to rise again in the last days. See, this is what it's talking about. What the Bible is short stories. It's just the way that they taught us in school. We could never understand what the Bible was saying.
That's right.
You know how much work it takes to go through this and figure this out?
Bring it out.
But see, some people, I already knew all that. Yeah, you did. You just an idiot. Read.
Christ said unto her, I am the resurrection
Christ say this word is the resurrection. Read.
and the life.
And the life.
He
Read.
that believeth in me,
You got to follow me. Read.
though he were dead,
Dead to his sins, dead to his thoughts. Read.
yet shall he live.
Live in the truth. Read.
And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. Believest thou this?
Believe the power of the Messiah, man. Believe thou this.
Right.
Believe the power of the Messiah, man.
Bring it out.
Read.
She saith unto him, Yea, Lord, I believe that thou art the Christ,
He said, I believe, man, that thou is the word. Read.
the Son of God,
The Son of God, man. She said, I believe that thou art the Son of God. Read.
which should come into the world.
She said, should come into the world, salvation for those that believe. Read.
And when she had so said,
When she had expressed her faith, read.
she went her way,
She went her way, read.
and called Mary her sister secretly,
Called Mary her sister secretly. Read.
saying,
Read on.
the Master is come.
Who she say?
The Master is come,
That's just saying the teacher have came, man. Read.
and calleth for thee.
And call it for thee. And call it for thee. Read.
As soon as she heard that,
And soon as she heard these things, read.
she arose quickly,
Read on.
and came unto him.
And submitted herself unto him, man.
Bring it out.
But read.
Now Christ was not yet come into the town,
See, his presence was into these other towns. Read.
but was in that place where Martha met him.
Keep reading.
The Jews then which were with her in the house, and comfort her,
Comfort her, man. There we go again, man. Read.
when they saw Mary, that she rose up hastily.
Man, why the Israelites ain't doing these things, man? They got all time tell you some time never lie.
Bring it out.
But read.
And went out,
And went out, man. Went out. Read.
followed her, saying, she goeth unto the grave to weep there.
Hold on. She go to the grave to weep there, saying within themselves. She go to the grave to weep there. She went to the grave. She understood what we have been through to overcome, man. That's why a lot of you, man, your spirit ain't right, man. You don't understand, man. When you find this truth, man, you're going to go through all kind of trials and tribulations from your relative, man. Everybody's against you, man. You're going to have to overcome all these dead people, man. But read.
Then when Mary was come where Christ was, and saw him,
And knew him, read.
she fell down at his feet,
Read on.
saying unto him, Lord, if thou hadst been here, my brother had not died.
All these times, all these generations, man, my brother would have not died, man. But Christ had to go, man, so he can elevate and raise the nation again. Read.
When Christ therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping, which came with her, he groaned in the spirit and was troubled,
Man, he understood their pains. Read.
and said, where have ye laid him?
Having compassion on the nations. Read.
They said unto him,
Read on.
Lord, come and see.
Read on.
Christ
Let me
wept.
tell you something, man. Christ always weeping for us, man. But read.
Then said the Jews, behold how he loved him.
How he loved us, man. But give me Ezekiel 18:32. We're going to end it out on that, man. You know, I used to always say, man, these classes going to be taught by others. But I see now.
Bring it out.
Read this up.
Ezekiel chapter 18 and verse 32. For I have no pleasure in the death of him that dieth, saith the Lord God. Wherefore turn yourselves and live ye.
Hold up. All you doing is giving orders, man, but people don't want to take them. But we're going to end it on that note, man. And, you know, hope somebody got some understanding, man. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
One body.
One spirit.
One body.
One spirit.
One body.
One spirit.
Hey, brothers and sisters, all praise to the Most High and His Son. Be sure to tune into the announcements, especially in the messenger, brothers and sisters, making